What's up, my nigga?
Same shit, different day, man. We hear you gonna be at the conference.
Yeah. It's February 27th.
All right, that's what's popping, Buck. We got two questions we gotta just ask you real fast, cause we here on the web on 40s talking about you can't come to LA. And
For sure. Man, my thing is this, man. I'm I'm good wherever I go. I've been moving through LA, and I'm gonna continue to move through LA. It ain't an individual in this world that can make me, change my movements on how I'm moving and all that good shit. So it is what it is. I'm on my shit. Just I hope everybody else stay on theirs.
just for the record, everybody want to know. We seen the list though. We didn't see 40 on that list, but we want to know, was 40 ever signed to G Unit, or is he signed to G Unit right now?
Nah, he's never been signed to G Unit, and not even to this day, it's not signed to G Unit. You know, when I was amongst G Unit, 40 was amongst infamous records, which is Mob Deep.
Yeah,
I met
Havoc.
40 when Mob Deep came a part of G Unit. That was their homeboy. That's Prodigy and Havoc's people. As far as him, and the push that he has with G Unit, if you go back and do the math in the history, you can see he wasn't that active with dealing with G Unit. I mean, damn, where was he at when all the Ja Rule beef and all of that shit was like that? So, I think it's a hell of an attempt to make it to align itself with 50. It is what it is in my eyes. Do whatever you got to do. But as far as, me fearing anything a motherfucker telling and saying that I can't come to LA and all that, I got me fucked up. My family out there, I'm always in LA. You understand what I'm saying? So, it is what it is on that note.
Yeah, speaking
I
about,
don't know if him being signed to G Unit.
yeah,
I know Spider Loc definitely was signed because I brought Spider Loc over to G Unit.
yeah, Spider's on the list. We seen Spider on the list they published.
So, a
Yeah,
lot of motherfuckers know about the bullshit that Spider Loc did, but see, I understand Spider Loc. And Spider Loc, you can understand what I'm saying. Like I say, man, it's a situation where 50 pretty much made this shit where he likes to build off of what he may consider a weak link. I don't think he ever considered putting out a Spider Loc album, things of that nature, because the last conversation, honestly, that I had with 50 was, yo, man, Spider Man, we gotta find a new home. He's gonna need a manager and this and that. And I kind of brought to Spider attention, like, look, man, dude ain't really looking to sign, ain't looking to put no album out dealing with you. So Spider kind of started taking his direction a long time ago on handling his own business.
yeah, we see that.
He pretty much put in a position with my departure from G Unit where it's like, he's left to deal with 50 on his own, and I was always a standing stone beside him with the business and with everything. So, I knew that relationship really wasn't going to pan out too good because 50 is not real enough to just call the man and say, look, I ain't looking to fuck with you. He'll rather do the bitch shit with, like, not communicate with the nigga. I'm sure that Spider Loc probably been trying to reach out. Them niggas ain't communicating, but that's the type of shit he do.
Yeah, speaking about Fifth, well, what's the next move on how to get out this contract? Because the streets is still
I
waiting
just
for
feel
Young
myself
Buck.
out the contract. I'm dropping albums. I don't give a fuck about what he's talking about. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna drop an album on some independent. One of these independent labels I'm gonna drop. I'm out of their contract. That's the way the game go. I'm fucking over them niggas. I throw a record out every day. I'm fucking over them niggas with the music. You understand what I'm saying? I'm hitting
Yeah,
at them niggas just because the niggas almost felt like, he got away with fitting on me and doing shit like that. So I'm just letting them know, look, nigga, you ain't did a motherfucking thing, and then, come get you some if you want some of this real shit, but they know what time it is to me, all of them. And that's even with 40 Glock too. He know, ain't no bitch in my blood, so however you want it to go down, it's gonna go down that way if that's the way you looking for it, my nigga. It just might not go down the way you think it's gonna go down.
all right. So that's cool. So what can we expect from Young Buck? What's the next project? What's coming?
Shit, man. Basically, man, I got a lot of shit that I got in the streets already for us mixtapes guys. I got two of the hardest mixtapes in the streets. The Back on My Buck shit, that I did with DJ Scream and DJ Smalls, and then
Yeah, we got that. That's hard.
The Only God Can Judge Me shit, hosted by Freeway Ricky Ross, you know, and then I'm coming right back around in like the end of February with Back on My Buck shit part 2. My mixtapes is albums, by the way.
Yeah.
Man, I'm staying down, my nigga. I'm fighting through this. You know, like I say, it really wouldn't be a situation with me and 50 Cent if the nigga was real enough to say, look, you go on about your business and I go on about mine. But it ain't that type of situation. It's more or less, you know, to try to, you know, blackball me and hold me back from actually feeding my kids and getting to it in my career, but still project to the fans the image of, you know, Buck is still an artist, signed to G Unit, just no longer to the label. And that shit done played out. Niggas seeing what's real recognize real. You know, I really wish 40 Block would catch himself before he ends his own career, because he kind of looking stupid by, you know, by considering himself a real nigga and making actions behind some unreal shit. You understand what I'm saying? Real niggas recognize that shit. So, you know, it is what it is, my nigga. Westside, what it do? Y'all know who it is. It's Young Buck. It's going down February 27th, the LA Music Conference. Shout out to my homegirl, Sarah J, making big things happen. Make sure you come out and support the LA Music Conference February 27th. Everything you need to know about the music industry. I ain't want to let these niggas know what time it is. All right.
hiphopbeef.com